I've made it a rule to not allow him in the room when I'm doing any kind of call because he's very distracting.
So when people go on a video call, you think that people are looking just at you. In fact, they're probably looking at 70 to 80% of your frame. So I'm just gonna, ta-da! If you're talking to me about your latest project or your latest update, you're not going to be distracted.
One of the biggest pet peeves when I see people share the screen, I go, oh my God, like you're so unorganized. It says a lot about a person. Whenever I go on a Zoom call, I take everything on my desktop and I put it in a folder called temporary, and I drop it all in, and then I put whatever I'm going to present on my desktop. So when I'm doing a call with somebody and they say, oh, can you share your screen? I share my screen. I've got a nice desktop background and the one file I need right there that I can share. I don't open a cluttered desktop with full of confidential information or things I want everybody seeing.
Right now, what you're seeing is the best example of what not to do in a conference call, especially a professional one. So I'm going to show you the better example. Ta-da! So just put a little bit more effort in terms of how we look. So when we turn on the screen, turn on our camera, it's very important to also maintain a certain level of professionalism. Just to tell the other person that, you know, hey, we're ready to talk business or we're ready to talk about serious stuff now.
What I always notice is that people don't really think about the positioning of their computers, and as you can see, it's like such an unflattering angle. So what I have is basically one of these jobbies, which is just like a plastic thing, which is generally for a second screen, but it makes such a difference because you kind of instantly look up and then you're kind of, you know, more eye level, and you can kind of have a proper conversation and it looks a lot more professional.
Eye contact is still super important when I switch to my laptop. How off-putting is that for the person who I'm speaking to when all they're staring at my throat and I'm staring at something else? You need to be looking at the other people in there like you're in the room.
I work in a creative industry. So during this MCO, we all end up working from home. Recently, we had a pitch. Unfortunately, we cannot go and visit the client. So what happened was we end up present our ideas via a Zoom call. I come up with a very simple background, a white background, as a one whole agency who presenting it. As all of us who apply this virtual background, it unifies us as like one agency. So it makes us look a bit professional.
Point of a conversation is eye contact, reading people's emotions. Try and take any type of distractions, iPads, phones, keep them away, because it's very obvious when you're talking to somebody and the eyes go down. So the second you do this, you lose. You would never do that in real life.
As a teacher, and I teach pretty young students, as a host, I have the ability to mute them as they enter the call. This is a useful tip for anyone, especially working professionals, because if they're able to listen to me well and I'm not distracted by the sound and noise from their end, then it just makes for a more successful call in general.
In this situation, the light is behind me. There's no light whatsoever coming in front of me, so I've gone into this silhouette kind of look. I'm just going to move to the other side so the light is in front of me. So now all of that sunlight is coming directly onto my face. There's no lights behind me. All the light is coming from this direction, and as you can see, this looks much better.
You know, when people are on a call with you and they see Hector, like, forget about the call, they just want to focus on him. So basically, I've made it a rule to not allow him in the room when I'm doing any kind of call because he's very distracting.